turns. This is something you do when you're driving, but it's also something that you use to play my brand new card game, ChaosCards, a playable shitpost where nothing is balanced and everything beats everything. Let's get into it. So right off the bat, how the hell can you even break down a turn? And to put it simply, there are three main phases. A draw phase where you can draw a card, a combat phase where you fight other people, and an end phase where some other stuff happens. But because I like to pretend that this game took lots of thoughts and effort to make, that's not all. While there are three main phases, these can be broken down into 6 sub-phases. Draw phase is exactly the same, but combat phase can be broken down into pre-combat, potential combat, locked combat, and post-combat. Also end phase the same, so we won't cover that one. Anyway, first up is pre-combat. This is the time just after draw phase where some units can attack. Units that can attack in pre-combat cannot be blocked by units who participated in last turn's combat or post-combat. Second up, potential combat. This is the time just before locked combat. At this point, you can still use spells to influence combat and send out or even take back units to attack or defend. But if you have no spells and if you've sent out all your units that you want to send out, it's time for combat. And combat, like we talked about before, is a time where everyone fights. At this point, you can't use spells to influence combat unless specified. And finally, post-combat. This is a weird state because it's just after the Slaughterfest that regular combat was. And this state is basically the Florida of the card game. It's the weirdest state by a long shot. Anyway, during this state, some units can attack, and if you do use a unit to defend an attacking card in post-combat, you do not get combat bonuses like effects or any buff that influences stats like Rage. Now, there are some funny little rule breakers like Hands of the Grave, some of the ninja effects that are technically not combat bonuses but kind of are, and a couple brain rot card effects that interact weirdly with the rules, but we'll cover those in a later video. Maybe. Anyway, that's gonna be all for this video. Thanks for watching, leave a comment or something like that, and yeah, later.